Beata Heuman has evolved from one of the breakout stars of the British interior design world.
When Stacy and I were trying to find the address, I looked out from the street at the curve of the chaise and I was like, and I saw the Joseph Frank and I was like, that's her house.
Yeah. They say that Beata's interiors are imaginative and fun, yet deeply stylish. While her projects are always fresh and modern, she embraces the ideas and details of classical interior design. Beata made a passionate call for more individual interiors. Your surroundings affect you consciously and unconsciously, and we should all aspire to construct a home environment that helps us to be the person we want to be.
It's so beautiful in here, and I'm really already sensing and admiring your signature love for the movement, the quiet movement in the shapes and curves.
Yeah. She goes on saying, an interior can enrich your life, and can even open your mind to certain ideas. You need to seek the right combination of whatever matters to you. Beata was born in London. She grew up on a beautiful farm in the south of Sweden. She said that she loves drawing, playing with my doll house and playing outside. I'm a naturally creative person, but the fact that there wasn't really that much going on where I grew up, it meant that I had to think of ways to amuse myself.
Loveseat, which is also, not Loveseat, but our chaiselong, that is also one
did you make that?
Yes.
I'm a firm believer that things are what you make them. At school I wasn't particularly popular, and while that wasn't great, I also quietly liked the feeling of being different. Beata said, when I was little, I used to love going to museum, seeing how people used to live, with furniture or clothes, anything that helped me imagine what it used to be like. I loved the idea that you could feel transported to a different moment in time, simply by the environment that you were in.
It's incredible.
We call it the wave long, and then it's a slight curve in the sofa as well.
Yes.
So I think that really gives movement. And I think also that's a bit why I do so many bespoke things, because most things you can buy are often tend to be more square. So I think that's why you need to make it bespoke, because you can't really find things with curves so much otherwise. And
she goes on saying, I get a thrill from observing things that are beautiful or interesting, and I love creating special places. Obviously, my work doesn't save lives, but it is life-enhancing, and I can see the value in beauty. When I design, I try and think about how everything will be tidied away within the space. My designs feature quite strong visual statements. I use a lot of bold colors and prints, so to balance this out, there needs to be some sense of order, otherwise it would look chaotic.
And the pops of color that you've chosen for everywhere else, whether it's the striped pillows, the pattern, it's just beautiful in here.
The kitchen color of the oval room is blue from Faro and Ball, and all the doorknobs again are from Beata's own range. Underneath the skirt there is ample storage for pots, pans and trays. The surface itself gives a hardy additional work surface, but also is perfect for serving when entertaining.
Wonderful surprise.
It's an antique flag from the Kingdom of Dahomey, which is in West Africa. It doesn't actually exist anymore, but it was a royal banner that they used over 100 years ago. But I actually bought it as a flag.
She said, try turning things on their head. For example, cover your sofa in a pattern and finish it with plain cushions. Making some unexpected tweaks can create an interesting effect that doesn't cost more. Need to find great source of inspiration, and can provide you with the confidence to try a bold design. I like purchasing something from IKEA, for example, and mixing it up with vintage pieces.
About your home is that it's full of bespoke, custom things that you were inspired by somewhere else from a long time ago, or trips.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you customize it and made it into something here.
Exactly.
Like, I'm betting that this light you did. That
Yeah.
This kitchen has brass handles and a working surface. The vintage table gives it that old-world charm. There are ways to incorporate checkered tiles with all kinds of finishes. This is not your cheesy 1950s diner. Think of old Victorian hallways or royal palaces of the Renaissance era.
I have a feeling that the ceiling was not like this when you bought the house. It's amazing.
It was actually one of the most expensive things that I got for the house, but I was inspired by
Our little garden house, which we call Chatsworth, a name we inherited from the previous owners of the house. The enormously deep Loveseat is my favorite place to sit. My daughter's bedroom. The mural is a copy of the one at the Bemelman's Bar at the Carlisle Hotel in New York. The chest extends into what was once a fireplace cavity behind. A vintage Audax Minet rope pendant hangs on the ceiling. The fabric on the headboard is my studio's palm drop.
So this little garden house was already here when we moved in. The previous owners called it Chatsworth. That's kind of stuck. It looked very different though, so I wanted to create something.